this recorded for you. Okay, so let's do a cleansing breath together real quick, okay? Deep breath in, expand your rib cage, your chest, your belly. Hold at the top. And slowly release. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath in. Slowly release. All right. So Taylor, were you the one that was asking a minute ago saying that you felt like you had somebody that had messages they needed to give you?
Yeah.
Yeah, your spirit team's here and they're a little frustrated with you.
Oh no.
They're like, she's not listening. We keep sending her all the signs. Okay, so is there something about this is very odd and specific. Is there something about a clock that has actually like changed or stopped and then started again? Like, are you seeing something happening with the hands of a clock?
Not that I remember.
Okay, do you have a clock with actual hands hanging in your home or in your office or something?
No. No, I have a watch.
Just a watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gone. Where'd you go? So what they're showing me, and maybe this is just more of a message then. Okay, let me dive into it. But what they're showing me is a clock, and they're showing me that the hands are like, it'll be on one position, and then all of a sudden it's just like it rewinds and goes to something else. So, okay. So I'm getting what that is that you, are you reliving the past a lot right now? Are you thinking a lot about the past? Okay. So yeah, that's what it is. You keep trying to go back in time. They're trying to push you forward into the next season of life. There's new beginnings, there's abundance, and there's new things for you, but they're saying you're holding on to not even just like one thing, but they're saying there's a multitude of things that you're holding onto from the past. And that every time they start to elevate you and bring you to this new level, it's like you get scared and you kind of revert and you're like, no, let me go back here. Let me just, what about this? What about this though? Well, just, I know that you have that over there, but what about this over here? What about this? Because I think this is what I really need. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, your spirit team is saying that they've really been trying to get through to you, to get you messages that what's in the past is in the past for a reason. Stop trying to resurrect relationships that have left your life. Stop trying to go ahead.
Okay. I don't feel like it's relationships that I feel like it's like I'm about to graduate and I keep thinking about before when I graduated and how things didn't work. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
So you're fearful that it's going to repeat itself. Okay, which could also be that clock, because then it has to go back around that same thing again. So I feel like there is a connection here too, though. Like, is there a friend, like a female friend or connection that you have recently had a falling out with or have disconnected from? Because what I'm getting is that it's not just you reliving these past things, but there's actually a relationship, like a friendship that you have been rehashing things over. And they're saying, just let that lie, let sleeping dogs lie. So if that's something that you haven't been into yet, that could be a forewarning for you that there's someone that maybe a new connection is going to be trying to, or a old connection trying to come back and be a new connection. And this is a female friend who did you wrong in the past before and is going to try to come back and approach the situation and try to get you to just kind of let go of whatever happened in the past, but their intentions are not well. Okay. So your spirit team is telling you there's a warning. There's a warning that you need to hear to not resurrect old relationships that have died. They are in the past for a reason. As far as the insecurity and the fear of moving forward in this new line, did you change majors? Is this what happened? You decided to change things and went somewhere else? Okay. So that was the right choice to do. Okay. What you were headed towards before was not feeding your soul. And they want you to know this is different. And you feel that in your soul. You feel that it's different, but that scares the living bejesus out of you, because I think you're just as much as you were afraid of failure and you see yourself as a failure because you didn't commit to and do what you went to school to do. But you did, because you went there for learning and growing in so many other arenas, and you still did learn and grow a lot. You just aren't pursuing that one career path that you thought you were going to, but you were divinely guided. There were specific things that needed to be learned in this journey. And part of that is learning that you need to do what you love. Do what makes your heart, set your soul on fire, right? Do the things that make you passionate. And this new journey, like I'm just seeing like an abundant door opening. It's like after graduation, it's like I see there's like two huge doors, and they're like this, like fancy, like fancy rich mansion type doors have all of these, like they ain't got doors like this, they got those arch doors, and it's like two huge double doors, and it's like they just fling them open, and it's just bright and it's glorious, and there's so much abundance. Like I literally see like gold everywhere, and it's like you are stepping into your destiny, you're stepping into what you're supposed to be doing. So stop questioning it, stop beating yourself up. Did you have a male figure that really like negated your choice of doing that?
My first career, or
Yeah.
maybe my first, like when I first went to
you
school.
made that switch, did you have someone that really like gave you a lot of shit over that?
Not when I made the switch, but when I initially went to school, everyone tried to like steer me away from the first major I did.
Okay. But is there a male that was unhappy with the transition though?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. So what is the message here about that? Because he's saying that like the message that I'm getting, what you book, I've got one of your spirit guides here, and he's saying that there's a male that was unhappy about the transition, and that affected you. And you started to internalize the things that this person was thinking in regards to your situation. The message behind that is for you to make sure that you trust yourself and what resonates in your heart and soul above all else, because you question a lot. Yeah, you really question a lot. Every time you make a decision, I feel like you just immediately, even though you may have the confidence in that moment to make that decision, it's like as soon as you do it, it's like buyer's remorse. You're like, oh shit, did I just fuck it all up? Did I just screw it all up? Yeah. So you need to really learn to go in and trust that response that you feel inside. I feel like you are just really scattered in your energy. That you did you grow up with a lot of feeling not accepted for who you were? Not like you couldn't just, how I'm trying to figure out how they're describing this to me. I'm seeing that you have people pleasing tendencies is what I'm being shown. That's the best way I know how to put it. Yeah. Okay. So it's
And that's like from my mother.
That's from mom. Okay. So that it makes sense. That's how a lot of us are. And we tend to carry that on too, especially for me. I didn't heal that for a very long time. So I then placed that on my children, which sounds like what happened with mom. She didn't know how to handle those things and didn't process and didn't grow from it. So then she just, in her own way of trying to do things better, she still came across to where it was, you're not doing things good enough. You kind of always have that. There's always something that could be better, which that is a great way to think when we're looking at it and we're looking at elevating and saying, okay, well, what can we do better next time? But not in a sense of, let me just look at this and tear this apart. I could have done better. I can't believe you did this. You should have, there's a negative way of looking at things and there's a positive way of looking at things, and say, okay, you know what did we do good in this? Yeah, maybe you made a mistake, maybe you failed in one area, maybe that one thing didn't work, but did everything else work? So I think the key for you right now, the messages that you need to hear, is that you need to trust your own intuition, trust your decisions, stand firm in your decisions, and stop trying to please everyone else and do what makes Taylor happy. Do what makes you happy and follow your peace with those decisions. If you have a peace making that decision, don't allow anyone else or anything else to come in and rock that decision of peace for you. As far as the people pleasing tendencies and struggling with never being good enough, I want you to start doing affirmations. Do you do affirmations?
No, and I know I should.
I was like, I don't talk about that. So some of the things that I want you to do, I really feel like this is something that you need to sit down and do. Take a pen and paper, and I want you to write out, because I know that you have a multitude. I can hear them. I can hear the things, the thoughts, and the sayings that other people have said to you that have beat you down and torn you up inside. And you just kind of put a Band-Aid on and keep going. You're like, that old saying, sticks and stones don't hurt my bones, or sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You, I say it 5 minutes. That's a lie, right? That's a complete lie. So words do hurt. And so we have to go in and we have to address all of those things that happen to us. So I feel like one thing that would be super healing for you is to actually sit down. I'm looking at my pen and paper over here as though I'm doing it, but write out the lies that you have believed. I'm not good enough. I can never do things to a satisfactory level. I can always do better. I beat myself up for this or whatever, whatever those things are. And then I want you to go and I want you to take and I want you to mark those out and write a truth. What is the truth about it? I make good decisions. I follow my peace. I trust my higher guidance. I trust my higher self. I am worthy. I'm worthy of it all. I am enough. I am smart enough. I don't think you even believe in how smart you are. Like, you are very, very smart.
No, I know I'm really smart, but I second guess myself. Like, yeah, where I'm like, oh, like I think I know the answer to something, and then I won't say it because I think I'm wrong, even though I know I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's a confidence issue. It is because you've been told for so long you're not good enough. And so when you were a kid, I'm going to guess you were probably on the opposite end of that spectrum where you knew all the answers and you would always raise your hand. Okay. Yeah. Did you always raise your hand then? Yes. Okay. She's nodding a lot, guys. I'm like, hi. Okay. So, I was the same way. And then I'm going to bet you probably got, oh, you're the teacher's pet. You're a know-it-all. Oh, Miss Goody Two-Shoes, all of that. Right?
No, that was it. Goody Two-Shoes.
Yep. So then you turn it and you go, okay, fine. I don't want people to look at me that way. I want to be their friend. I don't want to be their enemy. So let me just lay back a little bit. Let me just not be me. Let me not be the smart one that knows the answers. Let me keep my hand down and act like I don't know. But every time you did that, you were silencing yourself. You were minimizing yourself. You're done minimizing yourself. It's not time for you to minimize yourself anymore. Did you get the reward and recognition card earlier? Was that you?
The what?
Was that one of yours, the reward and recognition? Do you remember that one? I don't know. If it wasn't yours, I feel like, I don't know. They just showed me that card. So let me see if I can show it to you. But it says reward and recognition. And it's basically saying, like, you've been standing, out of the spotlight. You've been doing a lot of the background things, and you've just been kind of like, oh, don't put the light on me. Oh, I don't want to take this. I don't want to steal the show. I don't want it to be all about me, blah, blah, blah. Oh. It's literally the top. It's the top card on the deck. This one. I literally see that as you. You try to be so humble. You try to be so, but you're about to be. You need to get used to it because you have a story to tell. And it doesn't mean that you have to be in the spotlight as far as like what I'm doing in the spotlight online all the time, but in your own spotlight. What are you going to school for right now?
Nursing.
Nursing?
So I'm graduating in like a week.
Oh, look at you. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, you are going to affect a lot of lives. You're going to make a major impact. You're going to make a major difference. And I feel like you're definitely going to be getting a lot of recognition and reward as you step into your power and you stop lessening your shine. That's the key for you right now. So yeah, you had a lot of messages that you needed to hear from your spirit team that wanted to tell you those things. They're saying congratulations to you. Okay, so we have just a couple of minutes left. Do you have any questions? Anything that you want to address while we're here, while we have a few minutes?
Okay, this is like a stupid question.
There's no stupid
question. Like when you say spirit team, like what?
So that's your ancestors, that's your guides, that's like
Like anyone in specific or just, I don't know.
You have a whole team that showed up. Okay. So the one person that was speaking the most throughout all of this is an older gentleman. He's very thin. I would almost say like frail because he's so like skinny. So skinny. I don't know that this is someone that is your, a past loved one or anything. I don't have a name that they're stating. A lot of times I don't get names. So that, that's normal here. We're working on getting more names, but this is just an older gentleman. I feel like he looks like he's like an Indian, like Indian. Okay. So, what I would do, there's actually a meditation. If you will look up, it's called number, like the pound sign, like #3, it's number 3. And that is a meditation that you guys can do. It's on YouTube. And if you guys will go to it, it's number 3 it'll pop up automatically if you just put number 3. And if you can't find it, message me and I'll send it to you. But it's a meditation. I want to say it's like 15 minutes long and it's like sound bath. And it's a great meditation to help you with connecting with your spirit guides. And so what you can do is you just go into a meditative state. You just get quiet, ask spirit to reveal to you who your spirit guide team is and to give you any downloads that they have for you. Okay. And so you may actually see visuals. You literally have a tribe. You have a tribe there. And so that first one though, this Indian guy, he's so like, he's kind of like, I would almost say like, he's probably like a monk type. Like that's what I'm seeing. Okay. So other than that, there's a whole like slew of people that are like here that are trying to, get messages to you. But that was the spokesperson for tonight. And usually when it's a spirit guide team like that, sorry, my battery is dying on here. Spirit guide team like that, you'll have one spokesperson that'll come forward and say the majority of the messages. And that's who that is for you. But he's bald, he's very thin, very frail, but very powerful. Like he's very strong and bold within his energy, but physically he looks like something you wouldn't expect to be super strong, but he is. So that's your spirit guide that's speaking to you. I apologize that I don't have a name or anything for you right now, but I think that is because they really want you to go into that realm and learn to have those conversations yourself. This isn't something that you have to have a mediumship for to get, or an intuitive conversation with, or anything like that, to get to connect with your spirit team. And I think that's the key for you right now, is knowing that you are able to connect, because they've been trying to get a hold of you, right? They've been trying to get a hold of you. So look for signs, ask them to show you, ask them to give you clear images.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah. What's up?
I keep seeing like cardinals. Is that
absolute spirit sign? Okay. Yes. Those are your guides. So when you see that, like, for example, and it's so weird to see cardinals out like as much as they are right now. It's weird. Like it's normally in the winter when we see them flying around, I don't know how warm it is where you're at, but it was like 77 here the other day. And I was sitting on my back porch in the middle of the afternoon. I never see cardinals like that. And I was sitting out there on the back porch, middle of the afternoon, red cardinal. And that's been a sign for me since I was a kid. So yes, those are, like I was telling you, they're signs. They're trying to get a hold of you. They're trying to get your attention. They're getting frustrated that you're not paying attention. So that's it. You're paying attention. So when you see that next time, immediately, okay, I see it. What's the message? What do I need to hear? Get quiet, pause, listen. If you get something, great. If you don't, awesome. All right, I'm open and I'm paying attention. I saw the sign. So when you're ready to tell me, I'm paying attention. I'm looking for signs. Birds are going to be a big sign for you. Birds are definitely going to be a big sign for you. Like when I was seeing them, it was like I was seeing feathers everywhere. I saw the clock. I saw coins. Those are all things that they're using to get your attention. So just pay attention when you see those things. Ask, okay? All right, cool. What's the message? If you're not getting it automatically, what's the message that you have for me here? Make sense?
Yeah.
So number 3, look that up.
Number 3. Okay.
If you can't find it, I have it on my YouTube site. So I'll send it to you. If you don't find it, message me on Instagram. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And congratulations on graduating. That's exciting.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you back in life.
Take care. Okay.
All right.
Bye.